Hello everybody to a very early morning Skyrim. It is 8:30 a.m. I normally do not stream at this time, but as I will probably be going to sleep at about 10-ish, bit after 10, I had my sleeping schedule really be messed up by the fact that I had a boss call on Friday and I was very worried about that, and it seems like it was partly for good reason. And then yesterday I felt really shit and ended up taking a nap that was in a completely wrong spot during my regular schedule. So today I'm gonna be going to bed later than usual. Yeah, too much Sarge from Cyberpunk. I did have a happy in Guild Wars 2 though, because managed to... Please, I don't want to put waypoints, I just want to move the map. I just want to move the map around, and for some reason it's very difficult to do in this game. Come on, map. There we go. I need to figure out where we're going. I'm just trying to do the main story here, and I forgot where that was. No. But yeah, I managed to actually complete a couple of achievements in Guild Wars 2 for Heart of Thorns. So that felt like a very nice and completionist thing to do. Which thing am I even tracking? Ah yes, I should visit Riften, fair enough. And I also have done some 10 years anniversary achievements. So I was doing like really old bosses in the middle of the night at like 4 a.m. Which was fun. Then I did a very in-depth reading for a person on what deity they should pick. And this is one of those places where the signs for which deity they should pick were just really hitting them on the head. There's absolutely no question about that, and I believe that they will probably still be like, oh, I don't like this read, so we're gonna see tomorrow. 29 pounds in total, which honestly wasn't too bad. And then 43 pounds for all expansions. Considering that that's what they released in 10 years, think that's okay.
These people must be made aware of the chaos they've sown. Enough, Maramar.
I don't regularly think about Genghis Khan.
No need to use them as an excuse to harass our customers. Very well, Talon.
Is that the Mongolian conqueror?
Just keep the sermons at the temple and let us all sin in peace.
I bought it with the Black Lion stuff, but you know there's the living story unlock thing under services, and you can like buy them in packages. So season 4 and Ice Blood Saga was 960 each for me, and then Living Story season 3 was 800. I mean, probably everyone's, considering how much children he had. I'm looking for this old guy hiding out in Riften. Would that be you?
Expecting free information, eh? Help me deal with business first. Then we'll see how I can help you.
That wasn't the only thing that he wrote.
You look like your pockets are a little light on coin. Am I right?
My wealth is none of your business. Brian Jolf, I am so rich right now.
That's where you're wrong, lass. Wealth is my business. Maybe you
Lithuanian.
like a taste.
What do you have in mind?
I've got a bit of an errand to perform, but I need an extra pair of hands.
Can I buy you some instead of doing your errand?
Extra hands are well paid.
What do I have to do?
Simple. I'm going to cause a distraction. You're gonna steal Medesi's silver ring from a strongbox under his stand. Once you have it, I want you to place it in Branche's pocket without him noticing.
My man. This murderer vampire that serves the demonic tentacle man does not break the law.
Oh, sorry. I usually have a nose for this kind of thing.
I don't
Never
actually
mind
know
that,
if we're
lass.
considering...
If you change your mind,
We're considered
come find me.
Baltic, I think. Yeah, you just sit there in front of cheese. Excuse
Glad
me?
to see you finally came to your senses. Ready to make some coin?
I really don't want to, though. Fine.
Simple. I'm going to cause a distraction. You're gonna steal Medesi's silver ring from a strongbox under a stand. Once you have it, I want you to place it in Branchay's pocket without him noticing.
Why plant the ring on Branchay?
There's someone that wants to see him put out of business permanently. That's all you need to know. Now, you tell me when you're ready, and we'll get started.
I am gonna
When you are, just give the word.
just see if Branchay is about.
Can I interest you in some fine goods from Morrowind?
You have an odd name for a dark elf.
Maybe dark elf by birth, but I was raised Argonian.
That's very
Reasons
unique.
I'm still trying to discover. I ended up orphaned, then taken in by a kindly Argonian family in Black Marsh. I hope one day to find out what happened to me, how I ended up like that.
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
Do you have any clues about your past?
Just one. I know when I was found by my Argonian father, I was wrapped in a blanket bearing the symbol of House Telvanni. It was one of the great houses in Morrowind long ago. Whether that means I was one of them or not, I'm uncertain.
At least it meant that your mother had a blanket.
Travels, they might provide me with the answers I'm looking for. I'd be grateful.
I think this book may answer your questions.
See that? Yes, this is it. I don't know how you found this, stranger, but you've obviously succeeded where I had failed. Please, let me offer you this key. It unlocks my strongbox under my stand in the marketplace. Help yourself to anything inside.
Nice armor and live to tell about it.
I really appreciate what you've done for me. I'll never forget it.
Oh shit!
Or in a cave. Anywhere, just out of this.
Beautiful baubles and gleaming. Greetings, honored friend. Could I interest you in some fine
Well,
jewelry?
how's business?
Not well, I'm afraid. That Brynjolf, he keeps draining the people's pockets with his ridiculous miracle cures. A few months ago, it was Troll Fat Salve, and now he's got something new.
I would really like to warn them, honestly. I don't want to plant the
He's in
ring.
good with the Thieves Guild.
Tell about it.
Do you make your own jewelry?
I do. Sadly, I'm one of the few traditional Saxhleel jewelers that remains in Tamriel. It's becoming a lost art. Only trouble is gathering materials has become hazardous. The roads to the mines and to the other cities are thick with bandits, and worse. Would you be interested in gathering some materials for me? I'd certainly be happy to compensate you.
What do you need?
Thank you, Landstrider. I'm seeking a small list of items to complete my next creation. 2 flawless sapphires, a mammoth tusk, and a chunk of gold ore.
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
I don't
Safe
like the
travels,
idea of a mammoth tusk. That sounds like I would need to kill a mammoth. Can I... Can I buy some of these from you and then deliver it back to you?
See for yourself. Take a look.
Well, it is very nice for you to
Safe
Sell
travels,
jewelry.
Strider.
Not raw materials though.
Or crush your enemies to dust like a giant. Only a mere 20 gold coins, and all this could be yours.
I really feel bad about this. He did give it to me freely.
Rare trinkets and the finest oddities from...
I wanna return it back to you. I don't need it.
Don't like those ice you got. There's a bad hunger.
Oh yeah, I am very starving.
Tell about it.
I don't suppose I can unlock it while he's here. That would be very weird.
Don't miss out. Purchase a bottle of my genuine farmer blood elixir. Only 20 septims each.
Vegetables as crisp.
A fairest prices and the highest quality.
I am looking for a silver key.
Protect yourself right.
Genuine
Buy
farmer blood
armor from
elixir for sale. Okay, lass. Ready to make some coin.
Why are we doing
Been
this?
contracted to make sure Branchet remembers not to meddle in affairs that aren't his own.
He's such a
Now,
nice
since
lad.
we're not the Dark Brotherhood, we're not going to kill him. We're just going to make sure he sits in the prisons for a few days.
That's very mean, you know. Killing is a lot more. That's. Why am I judging this guy?
buy some armor and live
Do you want me to hold your hand as well?
Yes.
You're going to have to sneak over to Medesi's stall and use your lockpick on the strongbox. Then, when you have the ring, you pickpocket Branchet and leave it behind.
Okay, go.
Wait until I start the distraction, then show me what you're made of.
I mean, I unlocked.
I have something amazing to show you.
I unlocked the strong box in advance.
No shoving. Plenty of room. Gather round, all. This way, everyone. Over here.
Of course. Say, how are we going to sell all those fish before they spoil?
No
Don't
pushing,
even
no
think
shoving.
about it.
Plenty of room.
As soon as I do, you have a few needs in you. Everyone.
Come on, Brynjolf. What is it this time?
Patience, Branchet. This is a rare opportunity. I wouldn't want you to get left out.
That's what you said about the wisp essence. And it
Well,
turned out
I mean, I sat down on something very sharp. So that I am definitely very visible in here. Is it under apparel? Is the ring an apparel? Yes, it is.
with water.
Well, I see that my time is up.
Yes, yes, I haven't
Azura's
got all
wisdom to
day.
you, friend.
What a
Working
waste
at
of
Britain
time.
looks like I chose the right person for the job.
Well, I
And
helped.
here you go. Your payment. Just as I promised. The way things have been going around here, it's a relief that our plan went off without a hitch.
What's been going on? And more importantly, could I get information on the old dude that I'm tracking?
My organization's been having a run of bad luck. But I suppose that's just how it goes. But never mind that. You did the job, and you did it well. Best of all, there's more where that came from. if you think you can handle it.
I am not a thief.
Arrogant, eh? Play it however you want, but listen up. The group I represent has its home in the Ratway beneath Riften, a tavern called the Ragged Flagon.
Well, that's
When you
great
come
for
to your
them.
senses, find me there, and we'll discuss your future.
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
What is it with you and all these questions? All right, I'll entertain you a bit more. Go on.
I'm looking for an old guy.
Yeah, I bet I know your guy. He's hiding out in the Ratway Warrens, paying us good coin for nobody to know about it.
How do I find the right way?
If I have to hold your hand through everything, maybe you aren't cut out for this.
Good, because I'm not trying to get
It's on your
recruited.
feet, lass. Just follow the smell. Come back when you grow up.
Ah, so you guys live in the sewers. Cool. I need a wood elf, a dark elf, Falmer, and... Oh. Oh, I just realized I am free to slaughter the Thieves Guild. Because I am not gonna be... Fair enough. I'm gonna investigate if any of you guys have, like...
Why would you want to even speak to me?
You know... Friendly elves. Let's put it this way. Do you have any friendly elves in your organization? Do they have blood in them?
I don't know, Drop. Someone there. Never should have come here.
You're not a very friendly elf. I mean... I'm good with electrocuting you no matter who you are, but... Elves preferred. Don't really need a potion of water breathing. Actually... I might need a potion of water breathing. I don't know where I'm going. There might be water there. Aw, how sweet, a bedroll. Shame that nobody's using it. Because I could do with a feeding myself. Am I moss now? Any more weird people wandering around? Like, just random ass aggressives?
Someone there?
A rat.
Weren't expecting that,
Yeah, you tell them, Serena. That will definitely teach them. I mean, they would have learned everything so well that they will never ever unlearn it. AKA, they're not actually alive to use the knowledge, so... It's not a very good teaching, honestly, Death. It's kinda a game over thing. It's the opposite of being able to learn from it. I mean, I have a feeling that the butterflies really want me to have a battle axe, but I don't want to use the inventory space for it, so no thank you.
Is someone there?
You know that there is a problem when the game doesn't even give you a name. They just go, Lowlife. Yes. Eslaf Erol was the last of the litter of 5 born to the queen of the prosperous Nordic kingdom of Erolgord. Lapir Korba and her husband, the king of Erolgord, Itlof, Dietloaf. During pregnancy, the queen had been more than twice as wide as she was tall. That's not a very nice image. And the act of delivery took 3 months and 6 days after it had begun. That's not a great praise. It is perhaps understandable that the Lapi Korba elected upon expelling Aslaf to frown, say good riddance, and die. Like many Norns, Itlof did not care very much for his wife and less for his children. That's not painting Norns in a good light. His subjects were puzzled, therefore, when he announced that he would follow the ancient tradition of his people of Atmora following his beloved spouse to the grave. They had not thought that they were particularly in love, nor were they aware that such a tradition existed. Still, the simple people were grateful for the little royal drama alleviated their boredom, which was and is a common problem in the more obscure parts of northern Skyrim, particularly in the wintertide. Winters are boring, y'all. He gathered his household staff and his 5 fat, bawling little heirs in front of him and divided his estate. To his son Ishop, he gave his title. To his son Lernu, he gave his land. To his son Sabuk. I don't know what the hell I'm reading. He gave his fortune to his daughter Lysifitra. He gave his army. Witlof's advisors had suggested he keep the inheritance together for the good of the kingdom, but Witlof did not particularly care for his advisors or the kingdom for that matter. Upon making his announcement, he drew his dagger across his throat. One of the nurses, who was rather shy, finally decided to speak on the king's life ebbed away. Your Highness, you forgot your 5th child, little Eslaf. Good Witlof groaned. It is somewhat hard to concentrate with blood gushing from one's throat, after all. The king tried in vain to think of something to bequeath, but there was nothing left. Finally, he spluttered irritably. Islav should have been something that should have taken something then, and died. That a babe but a few days old was expected to demand his rightful inheritance was arguably unfair, but so Eslav Errol was given his birthright with his father's dying breath. He would have nothing but what he had taken. Since no one else would have him, the shy nurse, whose name was Druspa, took the baby home. It was a decrepit little shack, and over the years that followed it became more and more decrepit. There are more words to describe in ruins. You do not need to use the same word twice in the sentence. Unable to find work, Druspa sold all of her furnishings to buy food for little Eslaf. By the time he was old enough to walk and talk, she had sold the walls and the roof as well, so they had nothing but a floor to call a home. That sounds Minecrafty, to just sit on some tiles. And if you've ever been to Skyrim, you can appreciate that that is scarcely sufficient. Druspa did not tell Eslaf the story of his birth, or that his brothers and sister were leading quite nice lives with their inheritances, for, as we have said, she was rather shy and found it difficult to broach the subject. She was so painfully shy, in fact, that whether asked any questions about where he came from, Druspa would run away. That's awkward. That was more or less her answer to everything, to flee. In order to communicate with her at all, Eslaf learned how to run almost as soon as he could walk. He couldn't keep up with his adopted mother at first, but in time he learned to go toe, heel, toe, heel. If he anticipated a short but fast sprint, and heel, toe, if it seemed Druspa was headed for a long-distance marathon flight. He never did get all the answers he needed from her, but Aslaf did learn how to run. The kingdom of Paragord had, in the years that Aslaf was growing, become quite a grim place. King Ishop did not have a treasury, for Swabud had been given that. He did not have any property for income, for Lernu had been given that. He did not have an army to protect the people, for I'm just calling her Lacey from now on. Had been given that. Furthermore, as he was but a child, all decisions in the kingdom went through Ishop's rather corrupt council. It had become a bureaucratic, exploitative land of high taxes, rampant crime, and regular incursions from neighboring kingdoms. Not a particular unusual situation for a kingdom of Tamriel, but an unpleasant one nonetheless. The time finally came when the tax collector arrived at Drusba's hovel, such as it was, to collect the only thing he could, the floor. Rather than protest, the poor shy maid ran away, and Aslav never saw her again. Without a home or a mother, Aslav did not know what to do. He had grown accustomed to the cold open air in Drusba's shack, but he was hungry. "May I have a piece of meat?" he asked the butcher down the street. "I'm very hungry." The man had known the boy for years, often spoke to his wife about how sorry he felt for him, growing up in a home with no ceilings or walls. He smiled at Aslav and said, "Go away, or I'll hit you." Aslav hurriedly left the butcher and went to a nearby tavern. The tavern keeper had been a former valet in the king's court and knew that a boy was by right a prince. Many times he had seen the poor ragged lad in the streets and sighed at the fate I had treated him. "You have something to eat?" Aslav asked the tavern keeper. "I'm very hungry." "You're lucky I don't cook you up and eat you," replied the tavern keeper. Aslav hurriedly left the tavern. For the rest of the day, the boy approached the good citizens of Erelgard begging for food. "They're not very good citizens, are they?" One person had thrown something at him, but it turned out to be an inedible rock. As night fell, a raggedy man came up to Aslav and, without saying a word, handed him a piece of fruit and a piece of dried meat. The lad took it, wide-eyed, and as he devoured it, he thanked the man very sweetly. "If I see you begging on the streets tomorrow," the man growled, "I'll kill you myself. There are only so many beggars we of the guild allow in any one town, and you make it one too many. You're ruining the business." It was a good thing Aslav knew how to run. He ran all night. Aslav Errol's story is continued in the book Thief. Well, that is one long-ass story. And I suppose that's how the Thieves Guild came into being. Well, I don't mind that. I'm about to make it... Oh, wait, that's Serena. I can't zap her. I'm about to make it stop existing, in fact. Because I don't much care for them, and they might have elves, and elves have blood in them. Which I need for a different quest. Plus, they made me do a quest that I did not want to do, and I am gonna take that as a personal insult.
Come back later, but I may have some.
I'm telling you, this one is different.
Right, you kinda look elfish.
Quit kidding yourself.
It's time to face
You two look Nornish. That one looks humanish.
I'm not here to hold your hand. Figure
dying
it
breed.
yourself.
Things are changing.
If you're
A
looking
lot
for
of humans.
conversation, the flagon
What
is
do you
the
call
place.
that then?
What have you done to yourself? I cannot work with you in this state, Night Walker.
What are you talking about?
Assumed you were here to see me about your face, to have it sculpted into something more artful than nature has bestowed upon you. But my techniques only work on the living, not those that have crossed over into undead. Need something?
How do you know how to change someone's appearance?
This is true, but my techniques only work on the living. You've chosen a different path to remake yourself.
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
I've not always been a ragged beggar. I learned my art from the masters of the art of flesh sculpture. I studied with the faculty of chirurgeons and Cloudrest. I walked with the hollow-faced men of Notahoka.
You look like an elf of some sort.
I count the nobility of both the Empire and
I
the
think you might have the right blood.
And yet, I have fallen so low that I must justify myself to a wanderer in the sewers of this backwater of the world. All right, then.
Talk to me again when you've proven yourself to Brynjolf.
Yeah, but you see, I don't really want to prove myself to anyone. I want to do this. Well, this but with like less missing. Can I actually kill at least one of them, or
Speak quickly.
or do they actually just not die? Yes! They kinda asked me to do work that I don't really want to do. And that was quite unfair, to be fair. So I'm just thinking that, they can't just not exist. But I'm not entirely sure how successful I'm gonna be at that. So which ones of you are counted as key NPCs now, please? Because I'm seeing at least one. Which is very annoying. Because you see, I would really like for none of you to exist. All of you are key NPCs, huh? Well, that's unfair. I may only down them. Well, have fun with your disgusting place. And I'm kinda angry that none of you agreed to give me my elf blood.
Where'd you come from?
What? Excuse me? How are you guys here? Why are you guys here? Oh, right. I'm doing a main mission and you guys were like chasing me from a while ago. Fair enough. I forgot about that. I hope you guys enjoy. Are you enjoying Serena right now? Because she's great. I don't really want to look like a Thalmor soldier. Any of you hire cross-race soldiers by any chance? I mean, I have a very specific list of requirements of some elf blood. Right, so they had a dude in their sewers. That honestly kind of looks like it connects to absolutely nothing, so I'm slightly worried right now. Because I have no idea how to get there. Oh, through here. Cool. I thought that everybody was killable regardless of their place in story and shit, but apparently not.
Ink pot, stone, bucket, book, knife.
I'm gonna eat well tonight, my darling.
I'm sorry. You gotta do what now?
Teach you.
Who? Why do you live here?
Who's there? I knew I heard something. They're not. Right there.
She didn't even get to me. Excuse me. Serena, I don't want to shout at you. That would hurt.
He'll tell you, just ask.
What?
Their fires lit up the night, all across Lake Rumer, like stars come to Earth. It was beautiful, really.
Same to you. So there's two people that were like, I will cook you for dinner tonight. And then there's just a dude chilling.
Go away.
Esbern? I am a highly armed friend.
What? No, that's not me. I'm not Esbern. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about Esbern that you clearly are. Thalmor have found you. You need to get out of here.
Oh, how reassuring. Most likely you're with the Thalmor. And this is just a trick to get me to open the door, huh?
One of the blades you have been searching for.
What's that you said? Dragonborn? Then there really is...
I have that secret password that I just did not disclose to you.
Quickly now.
Thalmor agents have been seen in the Ratway.
I know,
This'll
I
just take a
killed
moment.
some.
This one always sticks. There we go.
Please don't die while opening the door.
There we are. Come in. Make yourself look. That's better.
I expected him to just say, yeah, I will open shortly and run.
You? Dragonborn?
Why do you have your...
Really true?
Why do you have your sword out? What is happening, Serena?
Important. Far more than even she realizes. If you
I mean, I met another dragonborn on an island out there somewhere and I killed him.
After all, for so long, all I could do was watch our doom approach, helplessly.
Now you can watch your doom approach, hopefully. That changes a lot.
Dragons, pah, they can be killed. The Blades killed many in their early days as dragon slayers. No, the dragons are merely the final portent of the end of days.
I read that somewhere.
Oh, yes. The prophecies make clear the signs that will precede the end times.
What ends starts again. I don't see a problem.
Alduin has returned just like the prophecy said. The dragon from the dawn of time who devours the souls of the dead. No one can escape his hunger, here or in the afterlife. Alduin will devour all things, and the world will end. Nothing can stop.
And then the world will start again. Everything's a circle. There's no such thing as the end.
Yes, yes. You see, you know, but you refuse to understand. You're right, I forget myself. I've lived without hope for so long. The prophecies are clear. Only the Dragonborn can stop Alduin.
You had two.
Quickly now. Take me to Delphine.
There was literally like a second one with Herbie Mora.
Just a moment.
I mean, no longer. But...
No. No useless trash. Where'd I put my annotated annuad?
But there was one all along. Probably more.
One moment. I know time is of the essence, but what new secrets for the Thalmor? There's one more I must bring.
Do you have any magica potions?
That's good enough. Let's be off.
So that's the clear the exit.
What was that? Who's there?
Oh, it's my imagination.
I am sorry if I hit anyone with my lightning. I'm just shooting in the approximate direction. I hope you're all good. So approximate, in fact, that I missed this guy multiple times. Come on, Serena, you do your thing. I don't even know what my shout is set to right now, but I am shouting something, that's for sure. Excuse me while I eat some bread, because I don't really want to use my health potions if I can help it. So I'm just gonna eat everything that I have in my inventory, and then I'm gonna go down to my shouts and figure out what am I even trying to... Oh, okay, I'm draining vitality from them. Cool, 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 cool. Maybe I should freeze them instead. Well, the gold is mine. Who? Oh, okay. You are dead. Fair enough. That is reasonable. The dead woman is complaining at us. That's not very nice. Everybody coming? Good.
Knife, yes. Book, yes. Bucket, yes. Ink pot, no.
What? Excuse me. Did anyone see any stairs?
No, never.
Please, zombie, stop. You talking is very creepy. You're not alive. Talking should be forbidden. Is this up? Is this down? Is this around? Ah, yes. This way.
I'm busy. Don't you have something to do?
Yes, I have to escort this dude. I hope that I don't need to escort him all the way to Rivendell, because if I do, that will suck. Can I just teleport between Riften and Rivendell? I mean, my dude, if I get you outside, you know how to use your feet, right? You can walk. Ow! Jesus. Considering that the Dragon Ball, excuse me, Dragonborn goes rah when hit. Does that mean that he might accidentally, like, do a full shout? There we go. Ah, this is like a more convenient way to get places. Okay. I suppose that works. They are following me somewhere. Yay, I cut a corner. I don't know how much of the corner I've cut though. Oh great, sunlight. Asshole, please move. You know what? It's fine. I am escorting you. Oh. I'm sorry, enemies.
Beautiful baubles and gleaming gemstones over here.
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
Enemies? Enemies? What enemies? Where?
Where'd you come from?
We chasing a person called Shivari? Why were we chasing a person called Shivari? What did she do? Good reason to believe the target will be coming to Rift in the next few days. Discretion is preferred, but elimination of the target of the highest priority. The usual restrictions on exposure are lifted. You'll be reassigned outside of Skyrim if necessary without penalty. Do not fail me. E! We are dealing with one E over here.
Go cast your fancy magic someplace else.
That's precisely what I'm trying to do. Thank you.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? That's fine. Good day.
I can't go as far as I would like to. But it's okay, because the fast travel has finally unlocked itself. Yes! Excuse me, for a moment. I do need to feed. I'm wondering, will there be any sleeping people in here? Please don't literally everybody follow me around. This is gonna be very awkward.
Moment to herself? Leave me. I'm not going to warn you again.
Yeah, this is definitely very awkward. Can you guys, like, maybe not? Please? I'm not being suspicious. Why are you all looking at me? I'm just out here looking for blood. Girls got needs. Hello, Satan. Sentinel. Sorry. One or the other. He's not asleep yet, Serena. We'll have to wait outside. Why is he awake at 5 a.m.? My guy, excuse me?
Delphine. Why, it's good to see you. It's been a long time.
Let's see what Esbern has to say. Well, then. You made it safe and sound. Good. Come on, I have a place we can talk. This way.
Good, I guess. Like always. Been doing a lot of Guild Wars 2 recently, and will probably for a very long time. I haven't been there for like 7 years. So it's been quite a refreshing thing to, instead of just doing work after my work, when I do more work, to actually like be doing gaming. But obviously there's only so many hours in the day, which means that I've not been live all that often. Please move out of the way.
Now then, I assume you know about...
Do any of you like maybe want a nap or something?
Yes. Oh, this changes everything, of course. There's no time to lose. We must locate. Let me show you. I know I had it here somewhere.
Esbern, what?
Give me just a moment. Here it is. Come, you see, right here, Skyhaven Temple. Constructed around one of the main Akaviri military camps in the Reach during their conquest of Skyrim.
Do you know what he's talking about?
Shh. This is where they built Aldrin's Wall to set down its stone.
We're going to Sky Military Temple.
Hate the forgetfulness of centuries. A wise and foresighted policy in the event.
I also messed up my sleeping schedule
Fame of Aldrin's Wall at the time.
further.
One of the wonders of the ancient
Because I had a meeting on Friday.
location was lost.
And that one was quite stressful.
You mean you don't mean to say you haven't heard of
And then I woke up yesterday feeling kinda shit, so I just had a really random nap.
What's Alduin's Wall, and what does it have to do with stopping the...
And it wasn't even a good one, because I dreamt that I was doing work, which is what I was gonna do today. I love the stress dreams in which you're working.
His location has been lost for centuries, but I have found it again. Not lost, you see, just forgotten. The Blade's archives held so many secrets. I was only able to save a few scraps.
So you think that Alduin's Wall will tell us how to defeat Alduin?
Well, yes, but there's no guarantee, of course.
Skyhaven Temple it is, then. I knew you'd have something for us, Esbern. I know the area of the Reach that Esbern...
I forgot that this is how I look.
It's now known as Karthspire, in the Karth River Canyon. We can meet you there, or all travel together. Your call.
I'll meet you there.
Your call. Might be safer to travel separately. Attract less
I
attention.
kinda wanna stand around and maybe
I'll get
eat
Esbern
somebody.
there in one piece. We'll wait for you near Karthspire.
Yeah, this is normal. You know, the funniest thing is that literally one person in the Thieves Guild was all like, oh, I can change your appearance to make you prettier, but you chose your path when you chose to be undead. I don't work on vampires. And I'm just standing here going, wait a minute, this is how I look. How can you tell? There's not a bit of me showing. What enemies? Oh.
I'm getting out of here.
What is left out of this town even? You're not an elf.
Inside.
Can you stop that?
I'm in a bit of trouble here.
I want some blood! I can't have blood if you kill my blood bags! I can't even regenerate in the summer's heat. Do you know how annoying this is? Which one of you, like, stood right in front of my lightning? Because, dude, that was a dumb decision. Maybe settle down somewhere, thank you. Don't be a drama llama, give me your soul. And then there's the dude, just like the guard, just going, go cast your offensive magic somewhere else, okay, my buddy? Guess you did not want to live. Hi. Wonderful, your eyes you have there. Anyway, can I wait around for my food now? Where are you going? About 15 will do. Don't mind me literally standing here. I wonder what does my character do to pass the time. Like, do they like pick out a book or perhaps talk with their companions? Because otherwise this is hella awkward.
In all my years, I've never seen such a thing.
Like, what, a dragon? Me? What are you talking about? Are you asleep? God damn it, why aren't you in bed?
Something?
Don't want your blood, I want somebody else's blood. But they never sleep. What kind of person never sleeps? Weren't asleep at 5. They weren't asleep at 12. You don't sleep. Guys, it's midnight. The time when it's dark and when people, like, go to bed. This one's locked. That's promising. Please tell me that at least you're asleep. Oh, you were?
What now? Let's get indoors. Or in a cave. Anywhere, just out of this.
She is an incredibly light sleeper. So, I need somebody that actually is asleep.
Keep your guard up.
There is a thing I can do. I am not here. What are you detecting?
You're not supposed to be.
Okay, I am here now.
I'm not going to warn you. Again. Get out, or I'll call the guards. You should have listened.
What? I'm sorry. What? She is too powerful. She? Her? Who? What? Where? What is this place? Fuck you guys, I'm going back to Mage's Guild. One place where I can feed, the Mage's Guild. And literally nowhere else.
Divine smiling.
Trust me, Divine does not smile upon me. If Divine smiled upon me, this would be a lot less awkward. I'm such a good vampire that a freaking 80-year-old lady is actually just too powerful for my spells. Thank you, students, for being my non-stop victims. If not for my job, I would just not be able to eat at all. Because, excuse me.
Finished?
I am. I've gotten food. Everything's hunky-dory once again. I can...
Enchanting services are one of the few things that keep us in touch with the rest of Skyrim.
Great!
Places where one can pursue my type of work without fear of persecution.
Good for you. Why are you all just bunched up in there and telling me your life stories? I forgot where I asked. So if I want to go to a Skyhaven temple, Sinkhole is just not the kind of place where it just seems like it would be convenient to go from. I don't know, maybe that's just me.
Whoa there! I don't know where you're going, but stay out of that mine. It isn't safe.
Why?
We tunneled into an old Nordic crypt. The whole place is crawling with Draugr. We're not mining up any ore with those undead around, so I wouldn't go down there if I were you.
Oh.
I have to wonder, what does the Dragonborn do once he's been summoned by the Greybeards? Can the Thune be taught, like any skill?
Why is there a dragon on top of me? Why is it called the Blood Dragon? What is this? What does a blood dragon do? I swear, this is like Pokemon battles at this point. I can't take 5 steps forward without there being a random ass dragon, and he's completely fine with this. Is he like, yeah, this just happens sometimes, it's cool. I even have like spare dragon souls at the moment. You know, in case I really need to buy something. It's like that money where you just kind of save money for forever. But I do need to know what does a blood dragon do? Like, do you just vomit blood on others? Do you drain blood? Is it a vampire dragon? Is your blood acid? Is that it? What does this even mean? I mean, a fire dragon spits fire, right? This is like your goddamn basic dragon. It's like a pointless label to add. Then an ice dragon, well, he spits ice, right? He freezes instead of firing you. From his very important company, don't mind me. What does a blood dragon do? And then there's the blood dragon, he bleeds. Hello! Any of you maybe elves? Perhaps. Where's Serena when I need her? Oh no! Oh, poor dude. He just infects everybody with the worst shit ever by bleeding. What am I hearing right now? Guys, you wanna get me? Like, come to me. I don't wanna fight over there. It's easier to fight 2 than 200. So I don't know where I left Serena. And I like having her, so this is kinda an issue. You guys coming or nah? Any of you are elves? Or nah? Come out, wherever you are not. Hello. Oh. Okay. Goodbye then. Not the race that I needed. Not the race that I needed. If you were, I could harvest blood off you. Anyone else? I mean, you have a... her that's just... fairly hard to hurt. But then literally everyone else has so far died in one hit. So I would kind of like for them to arrive right now. I mean, if you don't, it's okay. I can take her instead. But I would prefer to take her last. Make sure that I have enough electricity for all of you guys. Oh, hi. Right, I don't know who you are. You kind of look monstrous, honestly. Do you identify as an orc or an elf? This is very important. I don't know if I can take half orc. I'm not entirely sure. Pure blood's the best. No, I think you were a bird. Hello! Nothing much. That doesn't look like yielding to me, excuse me. She was like, no more, no more. I yield, and then didn't. Oh, you know, nothing bad with Diablo. That's how you freeze, bitch. You're doing it wrong. I agree. I think people see Oblivion as being the blandest. And to be fair, the main story is. And everybody looks kind of funky. There's no getting around the fact that Oblivion had pudgy graphics, but I loved Oblivion. I doubt that you do. Like, you keep on saying, I submit, and then you just don't. Your money will belong to me, because I... Do you have funny blood? That's not what I need. No, he doesn't have funny blood. Who are you guys fighting? 'Cause that's not just me. Oh wait, what? Flame Atronachs? From over there? Oh, okay. Well, you guys have fun with that. I'm going diving! Oh, thank God that wasn't a puddle. Oh, I had this bad feel that I was just gonna fall and it was just gonna be like ankle deep and then my character would just break absolutely everything. To be fair, if this was real life, you don't want to die from something that's tall. Because you do just kinda die from breaking the water tension. You don't... That's still gonna be a big hit. So there's a deadly distance regardless. Oh no! Oh, fuck off. Right. Fire bad. Ever been like a vampire? Fire is D bad. Like, not A bad, but D bad. Are we good? Why is none of them the right race? Guys, racial diversity. I need your blood.
We've got to get this bridge down.
Oh, literally, I heard from him. Was hurdy birdie Norn.
Something to do with it.
Yes, these are Akaviri symbols. Here, let's see. You have the symbol for king,
I was always taught to
War
avoid
here.
these types of ruins.
Of course, the
I think I see
symbol
why
for
now.
Dragonborn. That's the one that appeared a sort of arrow shape pointing downward at the bottom.
Right, we want a bridge, right? Well, somebody has to know. The heck do we want to, like, put on here for a bridge? There's, like, snail moss, which is not very helpful.
Yes, that's it. The symbol on the pillar on the left. Given that Skyhaven Temple was sealed against the return of the Dragonborn, I will try turning all the pillars to that symbol.
Thank you, my man.
You did. It worked. Let's see what those old blades left in our way.
He was all like, you're kind of too dumb to get this, so here's a full-on tutorial. I'm just gonna be breaking all the cobwebs with my face because I don't want to spend my very precious magic juice. Oh, well, that's good. Right. I'm going. But where am I going? How do I get there? Oh, not like that. What? Excuse me. It was something that sounded like a fire alarm, but it wasn't ours. Guys, no.
We should be careful here. See these symbols on the floor?
Esbern's right. Look like pressure plates.
We'll cross once it's safe.
Yeah, that's nice and all, but...
Be careful.
You guys are literally blocking my path.
Be careful.
Which one of you stepped forward? I bet it was Serena.
Be careful. Be careful. Be careful.
Then I keep on hearing beeping as well. How are you supposed to do this with a friggin' follower?
Yes?
Be careful.
I'll be here.
Really, guys? Really?
Looks safe now. Let's move.
Right, so this isn't too bad when you don't have, like, 4 numpties after you.
Another adventure.
Yes, as opposed to standing in here. Where did you go? That's where you went. Come on, numpties, we're going on an adventure. After all, that's precisely what Serena said. Do I touch big chest or do I not touch big chest?
Wonderful. Remarkably well preserved.
I like the Mr. Face over here. I'm not touching funny looking chests. Nothing is worth it.
Here's the blood seal. Another of the lost Akaviri arts. No doubt triggered by, well, blood.
Blood.
Your blood, Dragonborn. Look here. You see how the ancient blades revered me in Cyrodiil?
I don't really have blood to spare, though.
It's coming to life. After you, Dragon. You should have the honor of being the first to set foot in this.
Yeah, but now I'm gonna raid the chest. Nothing good. I'm cool. It's fine, you guys can have your temple loot. Somebody else will loot it eventually. Is there anything else for me to bleed on, or are we good? Right, so something down here. In the wall. I don't suppose I shout at the wall.
We're here for Ogden's wall, right, Esmond?
Yes. I'll have more time to look around later, I suppose. Let's see what's up ahead.
It's kind of cold, big, and lonely, honestly. Hi, Serena. I say that, but she literally spent like 1,000 years in a coffin.
Here it is. Twins Wall, so
And she was very fine with it.
a final example of early Second Era culture.
Esmond, we need information, not a lecture on art history.
Yeah. Let's see what we have. Look, here is Alduin. This panel goes back to the beginning of time, when Alduin and the Dragon Cult ruled over Skyrim. Here, the humans rebelled against their dragon overlords, and the Dragon War. Alduin's defeat is the centerpiece of the war. You see, here is fallen from the sky. The Nord Toms, masters of the voice, are arrayed against him.
I'm trying to look,
So does it show how they defeated him? Isn't that why we're here?
but it's hard.
Patience, my dear.
Like,
The
that
Akaviri
kind of
are
looks like a
straightforward
person.
people. Everything is couched in allegory and mythic symbolism. Yes, yes. This here, coming from the mouths of the Nord heroes, this is the Akaviri symbol for shout. But there's no way to know what shout is meant.
You mean they used a shout to defeat Alduin? You're sure?
Oh, yes. Presumably something rather specific to dragons, or even Alduin himself. Remember, this is where they recorded all they knew of Alduin and Luther.
So we're looking for a shout then. Damn it. You ever heard of such a thing? A shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky?
I mean, I have one for freezing. The Greybeards might know.
Probably right.
I was hoping to avoid having to involve them in this, but it seems we have no choice.
I'll ask Arknir if he knows what shout they used.
Good thing they've already let you into their little cult. Not likely they'd help Esbern or me if we came calling. We'll look around Skyhaven Temple and see what else the old blades might have left for us. It's a better hideout than I could have hoped for. Talos guard you.
Look here, in the third panel.
I hate that I'll have to come back to this place for these two.
In search of the dragon.
It feels
Here are the Akaviri, the blades.
very far away and very lonely.
Now they need their ancient mission fulfilled as the dragon.
Well, at least that's very clearly a dragon. That's very clearly a person. Like, the heck is this?
I know them.
It's just hard on your eyes.
When misrule takes its place at the 8 corners of the world. When the brass tower rocks. Time is reshaped when the thrice blessed
Right, is the exit above?
tower trembles. When the dragonborn rule
Oh, that's not the exit, that's... well, that is an exit. I kinda just need an exit. Well, it seems that at the very least I could enter from above. I hope. That will be my preferred method of entrance. You know, about playing an MMO that has gliding, it gets you really obsessed with high places. So I see this above the mountain and I go, oh good, I could glide to so many places from here going, oh yeah, this game doesn't actually have flying. That would be Morrowind. Excuse me, very specific question.
Guard you. Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to?
It was recorded on the Alduin's wall.
The Blades, of course. They specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand. Their reckless arrogance.
Right, but would you like the world not to end, maybe?
Dragonborn from the path of wisdom. Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the Blades to be used for their own purposes?
What would you like me to do? Do you want the world or nah?
What I want is irrelevant. This shout was used once before, was it not? And here we are again. Have you considered that Alduin was not meant to be defeated? Those who overthrew him in ancient times only postponed the day of reckoning.
Yeah, I mean, that's how cycles work.
To end. So be it. Let it end and be reborn.
I suppose. You see, I hate that philosophically we're in agreement, but the game would just end in a no, if this is where we stopped.
No, not now. Not until you return to the path of wisdom. Dragonborn, wait. Forgive me, I was intemperate. I allowed my emotions to cloud my judgment. Master,
So that was the thundering voice from the right.
The decision whether or not to help you is not mine to make. No, I cannot teach it to you because I do not know it. It is called Dragon Rend, but its words of power are unknown to us. We do not regret this loss. Dragonrend holds no place within the way of the voice.
I don't know, rending dragon seems kinda... My guy? I have a shout for stealing souls. Where does that rank on the way of wisdom?
It was created by those who had lived under the unimaginable cruelty of Alduin's dragon cult. Their whole lives were
Then
consumed
who made?
for dragons, and they poured all their anger and hatred into this shout.
Then who made the shout for ripping souls out?
You take it into your very being. In a sense, you become the shout.
I have some fairly weird ones.
This shout, you will be taking this evil into yourself.
You're talking to a vampire with a Cthulhu mask on.
Only Paarthurnax, the master of our order, can answer that question, if he so chooses. He is our leader. He surpasses us all in his mastery of the way of the voice.
Okay. Can I have a convo?
You weren't ready. You still aren't ready. But, thanks to the blades, you now have questions that only Paarthurnax can answer. He lives in seclusion on the very peak of the mountain.
This is not it?
He speaks to us only rarely, and never to outsiders. Being allowed to see him is a great privilege.
How do I get there?
Only those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way to Paarthurnax.
I mean, thankfully I have just been walking around eating souls, so that's not a problem. I wonder how does the guy listen in? And when he's like done listening in, does he just shout down the mountain? Like, excuse me? That's not part of your station, my lad! Except in Dragon Tongue. Hello! This is a very slow procession. And then there's just Serena, just casually existing, it's fine. You know, I remember Oblivion's vampirism actually being worse than this, so this isn't that bad.
The path to Paarthurnax lies through this gate. I will show you how to open the way.
I will show you the way.
Look.
Looking. Let me eat it. Let me eat it! It's even brighter if you look down here.
I will grant you my understanding of clear skies. This is your final gift from us, Dragonborn.
No more gifty poos afterwards. Well, that's not very fair. I don't like that.
Use it well.
Are you feeding me souls right? This is kind of creepy.
Clear skies will blow away the mist, but only for a time. The path to Parthenax is perilous, not to be embarked upon lightly. Keep moving, stay focused on your goal, and you will reach the summit.
Alright, as long as it's not a jumping puzzle, I can do this.
Look!
Here you go, child. Here's your souls. Eat them well.
Look!
I need to go up, not down. Mom! The foggy mountain is being confusing again.
Look! Look!
It's not helped that I stepped into the weather before. Excuse me, I'm just impaling a ghost right now. And then it exploded. This is a very wild ride. I will save. Hey, look, I'm actually healing. Wait, does that mean that it's nighttime? That's nice. I like that time when it's the night. Serena, get the ghost! That will teach the ghost. I love night. I get my health back.
Look!
Hey! We found some rock! Cool. Good for us. Can I just... Yep, I can just walk through that. That's nice. I thought maybe it was the bad wind. The one that I would need to yell away, but no, it's the good wind. And that's not a good wind. That's a bad wind. Right out of bad ghosties. Hello, fog. Just yelling the weather off the mountain, don't mind me. Hope that nobody gets like extra fog because of this. Like, I'm just transplanting fog somewhere else. think this is the way. Yeah, because if you stand too close to that, it just really hates you. At least the sky is really good in here. I like the sky. Ah, the world's so throaty. Hello.
Drem Yolok, greetings, Wunderneek. I am Parthenax.
Ah, that's why you're not downstairs with other people.
What brings you to my Strunmach?
I am learning all sorts of words right now. I might be able to yell mountain at somebody, and I wonder if that will do anything. Well, I wasn't expecting you to be a dragon.
I am as my father Akatosh made me, as are you, Dovahkiin. Tell me, why do you come here, Volan? Why do you intrude on my meditation?
Is that what... Is that what you're doing here? Ah, can I learn that shout that literally rends dragons?
Drem, patience. There are formalities which must be observed at the first meeting.
So we're having a tea ceremony or what?
By long tradition, the elder speaks first. Hear my thum. Feel it in your bones. Match it if you are Dovahkiin.
This must be that beautiful Skyrim weather.
The word calls you. Go to it.
Thump thump. Come on.
You'll understand fire as the Dove do.
Are you feeding me souls again?
Do not be afraid. Fasnu, let me feel the power of...
I suppose you can't be burned.
I'm no fan of the sun. It would be better than this.
I don't think that you're a fan of the fire either, Serena. Can you, like, not stand over here?
It is long since I had the pleasure of speech with one of my own kind.
You do have graybeards, like, downstairs, right? Like, you can go and speak to them. I'm not entirely sure I'm your kind. You're a dragon.
So, you have made your way here to me. No easy task for a jaw, mortal. Even for one of Dova Sos, dragon.
Ah, Dova sauce.
What would you ask of me?
Ah, that's very fitting. Dragon Ren shout.
I have expected you, Proda. You would not
Feed me the anger.
Tinvak with an old Dova. No, you seek your weapon against Alduin.
The Greybeards didn't want me to come at all.
Yes, they are very protective of me, Bahlan Fadon. But I do not know the Thum you seek. Croesus, it cannot be known to me.
Let me just get some of my Dova sauce.
Mortals created it as a weapon against the Dove, the dragons. Our Hadrime, our minds, cannot even comprehend.
Well, that's very useful. Somebody...
Drem, all in good time. First,
hello.
a question for you. why do you want to learn this, Thum?
I kinda enjoy the world right now as like it is.
As good a reason as any. There are many who feel as you do, although not all. Some would say that all things must end.
Yeah, I kinda agree, but that would make for a very lame game.
Perhaps this world is simply the egg of the next Kalpa? Lean Vokeen? Would you stop the next world from being born?
I like the very philosophical questions, but it's just not the game to ask them. Well, the next world will have to take care of itself.
A fair answer. Rofus, maybe you only balance the forces that work to quicken the end of this world. Even we who ride the currents of time cannot see past time's end.
I work my will, and my will is the way of the universe. Like, it is already accounted for, so I can just do what I want. I think I talked myself into a circle.
But you have indulged my weakness for speech long enough. Croesus.
Yes, are you sure that you just don't want to give up and die?
Do you know why I live here, at the peak of the Monavin, what you name throat of the world?
Because it's a pretty sky place? Well, I never thought about that.
This is the most sacred mountain in Skyrim, Zokravak Struma, the great mountain of the world. Here, the ancient tongues,
you know what doesn't help? It's kind of cold in England right now. I'm playing a game with a lot of snow. I can feel it. Using the Dragon Red Shroud, right?
Yes and no. Viknus Nikaron. Alduin was not truly defeated either. If he was, you would not be here today, seeking to defeat him.
Yeah, that's kind of fair.
The Nords of those days used the Dragonrend shout to cripple Alduin. But this was not enough. Ok Mulag Unslad. It was the Kell, the Elder Scroll. They used it to cast him adrift on the currents.
Heavy roleplay Skyrim, you can feel the cold. I'm sorry, they sent him forward?
Not intentionally. Some hoped he would be gone forever, forever lost. Meye. I knew better. Tidbo Amativ. Time flows.
Okay, I got an idea. How about we send him to a parallel universe and it's their problem? It's better than time. That way, none of our business. It's their business now. How does any of this help me?
Time was shattered here because of what the ancient Nords did to Alduin.
So you want me to I don't...
If you
what?
brought that Kell, that Elder Scroll back here to the Tid Ahran, the Time Wound. With the Elder Scroll that was used to break time, you may be able to cast yourself back to the other end of the break. You could learn Dragonrend, from those who created it.
And then what? Kind of run around in the back time, because that kind of sounds fun. I have the Elder Scroll.
You have it. The Kell, the Elder Scroll. Tidkrech Kalos. Time shudders.
I don't know when I picked that up. I have like 3 for some bizarre reason, and they all weigh like 20 kilos, and I can't put them down.
The very bones of the earth are at your disposal. Go then, fulfill your destiny. Take the scroll to the Time Wound. Do not delay. Alduin will be coming. He cannot miss the signs.
Let's get indoors. Or in a cave. Anywhere, just out of bed.
We're going backwards in time, Serena! What do you mean indoors or in a cave? It's me, Mario? Oh. But anyways, I'm gonna head to bed, because bed feels kinda nice right now. I'm gonna leave time travel for the next time. And I will actually still be playing Skyrim this week, and I might actually still continue playing it into October, because I'm kinda invested right now, so I don't wanna like put it off. And I can always like start Bloodlines later and push it into the next year, and that's completely fine with me. So, thank you all for watching for now. I'm gonna sleep. Toodaloo.